I wasn't surprised because they went the route of the sexist route, the whole route. I mean, this is a woman, she's this, she's that. I mean, it really, I've never seen quite as successful and a consistent campaign.
Did you hear what he just said? I wasn't surprised because they went the sexist route. And then he doesn't say racist, but he throws the race part in there too. This is what division looks like.
Oh my God.
Hold on. Here we go. Sorry
Dr.
about that.
Biden.
But Mr. President, last time you were here was a little over a month before the election, and you had made the selfless and very difficult decision, I'm sure, to step aside. And Democrats were feeling optimistic about the vice president's chances of winning the presidency. But then election night came, and it was like 2016 all over again. Yeah. So why do you think the vice president lost, and were you surprised?
I wasn't surprised, not because I didn't think the vice president was the most qualified person to be president. She is. She's qualified to be president of the United States of America. Right. But I was surprised. I wasn't surprised because they went the route of the sexist route, the whole route. I mean, this is a woman, she's this, she's that. I mean, it really, I've never seen quite as successful and a consistent campaign.
Did you hear what he just said? I wasn't surprised because they went the sexist route. And then he doesn't say racist, but he throws the race part in there too. This is what division looks like.
Ew. Sorry to interrupt the video. We got a new challenge. 20,000 by the end of April. We fell short in March, but we're gonna get our goal this month. Thank you all in advance for those that are gonna continue to like, subscribe, maybe even leave some comments and let us know how we're doing. And on that note, let me let y'all get back to the video and I'll see y'all soon. Ew.
The same people that called Donald Trump a sore loser, all this other stuff. Now when you lose, it's crying sexist. The refs cheated, all this other stuff. Didn't y'all used to say that about Donald Trump? Now think about what he's doing. They went the sexist route. And with her being a woman of color, her being a black woman. So now, rather than me taking accountability in the policies that I'm pushing as the Democratic Party, the craziness of some of these policies, rather than to look at some of these policies and say, you know what? Maybe we should make some adjustments. Clearly, you know, people show that they care about some of these other issues a little bit more than we thought, and we prioritized these issues. But, you know, maybe there needs to be some sort of common ground. We need to kind of rethink our messaging, rethink our policies so that more of the American people feel comfortable embracing it. Wouldn't that be the logical thing to say? But instead, we're just going to accuse millions of people that voted for Donald Trump that we're just going to look at it like, oh, they're all racist and misogynist, they're sexist. This is how division, they are brewing a war in America. Who's really trying to divide America? Is it the person that your side lost and now you're calling everybody sexist and racist? Am I sexist? So I guess I'm sexist and racist. I want the sexist and racist route when it comes to Kamala Harris. This is the stuff that the Democrats and the liberals scream. It's either you're sexist, you're racist, or, oh, well, we just didn't realize that so much of the country's uneducated, so therefore we just need to dumb down our messaging. It's not what we want to push. It's just us doing a better job of dumbing down our message. We're so intelligent. We speak up here, so we just got to bring it down here. That's their energy.
Undercutting the notion that a woman couldn't lead the country and a woman of mixed race.
Yeah.
And they played that to a fairly well. In addition to that, one of the things happened, if you notice, and I'm going to be shorter, okay? I promise. Okay. She said, "Don't be Joe."
I'll be honest, man. Whether you think a woman can or cannot lead, the women on this show and a whole lot of other women don't help calm the anxiety of somebody that may be nervous to have a woman in leadership as the president of the United States. Now, of course, you can't judge one woman or all women based on a particular group of women. But what I can do is look at the culture. What I can do is look at the culture, and what I can do is, I'm being soft with this. I'm being soft with this. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. I'll be honest, yo. The reason why I hesitate in saying all this is because not enough men have said it and kept it real with women. So now when I say certain things like this, it comes across as like, oh my God, he really thinks that way? He's sexist. Oh my God. Women want to be everything. They want to be the mother. They want to be the father. They want to believe that they can control everything just on their own. This is why you hear men, well, you don't hear men saying, I don't need a woman, but you hear women saying, I don't need a man. But the problem is, see, you may not need a man, but the problem is your kids need a man. You can convince yourself all day that you don't need a man. But if you have a family, if you're actually leading people, then you do need a man. Because the leadership we've talked about in the beginning of the show, right? It has the two components, the men and the woman, right? Man and woman bring two totally different to the table. You got the comforter, you got the nurturer, then you got the disciplinarian, you got the protector. Isn't that beautiful that we get to work together by ourselves, we're not whole, but then we come together and we create something that is whole, the most powerful thing that we can create, a family? We talk about masterminds all the time. What do we think a family is? A group of more than one person working in a group with the same common goal. That is the definition of a mastermind. That's what a family is. So when Joe Biden's running around here talking about, oh, well, they went the sexist route, I'll be totally honest. You look around at the culture of women, you know, you look at the things that women have had the responsibility in running, like the Black family, and a lot of this stuff is just because you're not meant to do it by yourself. So my stance is still, I've said before earlier on the show, before I changed my stance, is that I do not want to vote for a woman as president. I've said that before. And I think that for the majority, 99.99%, I'm being totally honest with y'all, and this may be super offensive. I'm just being honest. At least respect the honesty. 99 point, whatever, maybe 98, whatever you want to, we could be give a little grace. I think that I'd be right. And what's so funny is I realize when I say this stuff, I end up offending the people. Like this is what happens, especially in my family and friends. I'll say something like that, and then the women that I'm talking to, they'll get offended by it. But what I tell them is that you don't even want to lead. The type of women that respect male leadership, the type of women that don't want to accept the responsibilities that come with just leading in certain things that a man has to do, that don't fiend for power, those are not the women that are running for these positions, in my opinion. The women that are running for these positions, those are the ones that are fiending power and just. But my stance is still, I'll vote for the best person. So even though in my mind, I may think that, and you could call this sexist, you can call it prejudice, it just is what it is. I'm being honest with y'all. I think men and women are different. There's other things that I would say the opposite. There's other things that I would say 99.9% of the time, I think that a man's I would rather have a woman in this position. What's wrong with that? We're different beings. Like, that's how you blame God. Don't blame me. God made us different. So if you're going to blame somebody, don't blame me. And then what's so funny about it, a lot of these people, how you Christian, but got a problem with me saying what I just said? It's in your book. This is the energy that's in your book. Oh, you're Muslim? Oh, yeah, it's in your book too. Oh, you're Jewish? Maybe you should check your book as well. But let me get back to the point. Joe Biden trying to say this whole sexist thing, and maybe what he's saying is, maybe based on what I'm saying, he's right. But what I have an issue with him saying is that acting as if his party does not feel the same way behind the scenes. See, they think the same exact way. It's like, you know what it reminds me of? When black women got caught up, finessed into joining the feminist movement. It's the same way that I look at how women have gotten caught up, finessed by this LGBTQ movement. So what do I mean by women getting finessed by the LGBTQ movement? Women have gotten finessed so much that now they are campaigning. The same women that wanted to campaign for opportunities and were complaining about men taking away opportunities here and them not giving a certain level of representation, all these different areas. Now y'all are campaigning for biologically born boys to play in women's sports and to take away opportunities from women. Now Dawn Staley, the head coach of South Carolina college basketball, now she's saying that, oh, biologically born men should be able to complain more. It doesn't make sense, but you've attached yourself to it. And what was the example that I gave before? I forget the first example that I gave, but y'all, whatever. Y'all get the point that I'm trying to make, or maybe y'all don't. Maybe I'm just a sexist person. I'm open to growing in a particular area if I need to, but based on him, oh, this is what I was saying, with the black women getting caught up in the feminist movement. This is what happened with Donald Trump when he first got elected. Remember the day after Donald Trump got elected, they had that pink pussycat march where before the election, it was seen that all the women, right, the feminists, we were going to go against, they were going to vote against Donald Trump. But then when the actual results came in, what did they do? They voted with their white husbands. But the black people, and this is what I mean by black women getting caught up in this feminist movement. Black women actually bought into it. I want to be independent. I'm independent. Meanwhile, you had the other women in the different cultures. It's not just white women, it's across the board because this is just how most cultures are. They were screaming feminism, but then when they went home, yeah, they knew exactly how to act. It's like that kid that acts like a thug in school, but then when you walk in the house, you pull up your pants and you act a totally different way with your parents. That's what those women were doing. They were screaming feminists. Black women out here took the pill, they drank the Kool-Aid, and they actually embraced it and started living it out, not even realizing that the people that they were rocking with have husbands, have families, and when they go home, they go back to their submissive roles. But let's keep going. But Joe Biden's going to frame it in a way where, oh no, it's only the conservatives and the Republicans. They're the sexist ones. They're the ones that don't think that a woman should be able to lead. Well, Joe Biden, why did you stay in the running for so long if you thought that Kamala could do it? You're clearly you clearly got some cognitive decline going on here.
Joe Biden, be short.
I said that to him.
Anyway, make a long story short, all kidding aside, think about it. Liberal democracies all across America, all across the world lost last time.
And hold up. Lisa, I appreciate you saying that. Let me rephrase this. There's a lot of women, or I believe that there's a lot of women that could do the job of president. I believe that there's a lot of women that could do the job of president. I just don't believe that those women that I believe could do the job well are interested in running for president. Just like the majority of these politicians. Somebody that grows up and says, I want to be a politician. I do not think that those are the majority of people that should be politicians or that do it for the best reasons. Those are the people that want it so bad for different reasons because they were a geek in high school and they want some power or whatever else. They feel that they could use it to gain leverage in another area, gain success. That's how people get into politics. I look at that with most jobs, with policing. I think that there's a lot of amazing police officers that will never become police officers. They're just not interested, but I think that they would be great at the jobs. I really do believe that. Now, y'all know that I have people close to me that I think are great police officers, great law enforcement. But I think that the majority of people that would be the best cops, just being totally honest, aren't interested in becoming cops. I'm just giving y'all my thoughts. Maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong. I'm perfectly fine with that. The difference between being a boss and being the ultimate boss is being a dad or a father and a husband. I know that that's something that you do well because I'm looking at you. Nah, bro, I'm not a father or a husband. I can't say I can't wait. I know I'm going to be exceptional. That's a fact. If it ever happens, God willing, inshallah. You feel me? God willing. But it's still got to happen. It's still got to happen. Let me keep it moving. Oh, you meant that I could run for office? Nah.
Yeah.
All across America. I think we underestimate the phenomenal negative impact that COVID had and the pandemic had on people, on attitudes, on optimism, on a whole range of things. So I was very disappointed, but I wasn't surprised. The only thing that surprised me is the excess to which they've gone in some of the attacks they've made.
Yeah. Well, when was the last time you spoke with the vice president, and has she talked to you about what she wants to do next? Sought any advice? Maybe governor?
Yesterday, I talk to her frequently. We stay in touch, number one. Number two, she's sought my opinion. I'm not going to tell you what it is.
What to wear to the Met Gala.
That's exactly right. No, but all kidding aside, she's got a difficult decision to make about what she's going to do.
Yeah.
I hope she stays fully engaged. I think she's first rate. But we have a lot of really good candidates as well. So I'm optimistic. I'm not pessimistic about the future.
Well, Mr. President.
It's Dak. Just want to thank you for checking out our video and visiting the OG Network. If you enjoyed the video, please make sure that you give us a like. And if you're looking to join a community of inspired individuals striving for purposeful abundance, subscribe. And if you're feeling real generous, share the video with some friends and family. All right, I'll see y'all soon. Ew.